Ash and Lyra were known as the best commoner duo around, two nobodies with nothing but F-rank talents, who somehow cleared the trial of the divine. The love god, guardian of the trial, offers a reward. One of them may reawaken their talent. Ash doesn't hesitate for a second. He points straight at Lyra, but Lyra points at herself. Then a blinding holy light crashes down on her. In an instant, Lyra's F-rank talent shatters through the ceiling, all the way to S-rank. But Ash had spotted something on the stone tablet, a hidden blessing from the love god, the final secret trial. If both partners point at each other, if their hearts are truly in sync, both receive triple S-rank talents. Ash had thought this would make them unstoppable together. He was wrong. The moment Lyra reawakens, she decides Ash is beneath her. She sets her sights on a double S-rank hunter from a powerful clan and pressures the academy instructors to force Ash to break their bond. Left with no choice, Ash pays the price himself, losing all his spirit energy and half his lifespan to sever the oath bond with Lyra. What Lyra never knew was that back in the trial of the divine, Ash had found a twin soul stone, a relic that lets one hunter bond with two spirit weapons at once and grants them growth power. At the awakening stage of Shadow City Hunter Academy, two stunning twin sisters stand hand in hand before the test crystal. The only difference between them, Luna has silver hair with black stockings, elegant and ice cold. Nova has black hair with white stockings, soft and sweet. The awakening instructor calls out the results loud and clear. Nova, awakened talent, bulk class spirit weapon, tattered cape. Luna, awakened talent, bulk class spirit weapon, fire poker. The awakening plaza erupts in laughter. Everyone loves a disaster. Ash can't help but smirk. Perfect. His targets have arrived. As the awakening ceremony wraps up, it's time for the bonding explanation. The instructors lay it out. There are three types of bonds between a hunter and their spirit weapon. Temporary bond. The hunter can draw up to 60% of the spirit weapon's full power. It can be broken at any time, but once broken, neither party can bond again for 10 days. Oath bond. The hunter can draw up to 80% of the spirit weapon's power. Whoever breaks it first loses all their abilities and half their lifespan. Eternal bond. The hunter draws 100% of the spirit weapon's power. Their lives are permanently linked. If one dies, the other dies too. The moment the instructor finishes speaking, Luna and Nova are swarmed by hunters. Luna, I'm D rank, but I don't mind. Let's go temporary bond. Nova, I'm C rank. Bond with me, and I'll carry you straight to the top. Only condition, be my girlfriend. Luna and Nova both know exactly what these guys are after. A temporary bond costs them nothing. It's basically a free ride. Get lost, Luna says, sweeping the crowd with a frigid glare. We only accept oath bonds. The words land like a blade. Every hunter who was fighting to get close scatters instantly. Then a group of girls strolls over with their freshly bonded hunters, voices dripping with mockery. What's the difference between a bulk class spirit weapon and junk from a scrapyard? Nothing. You're both just toys people play with and throw away. Nova bites her lip, small hands trembling as they grip her skirt. Then, crack, a sharp, clean sound. The girl who'd been running her mouth now has 5 finger marks burning red across her face. Watch your mouth, Luna says flatly. She does not do warnings. Luna, you actually hit me? The Sioux clan is nothing in Shadow City. Do you even know who my father is? The girl clutches her blazing cheek, humiliation flipping instantly to rage. She swings back, but her arm stops dead in midair, locked in a firm grip. She can't move an inch. Funny. You're this old and your dad still hasn't told you who he is? Maybe ask your mom. A tall figure has appeared beside Luna and Nova. It's Ash. You got dumped, loser. Stay out of this. The girl turns her glare on Ash. He doesn't say a word. He just looks at her. One cold, steady look that says everything. Sure, Ash has lost all his spirit energy. He's fallen from gold tier 3 all the way down to bronze tier 1. Same level as the freshmen around him who just awakened. But with his combat experience, he doesn't even need a spirit weapon to handle this crowd. Hey, what's going on here? No fighting during bonding hours. An instructor in a hunter's robe walks over. No worries, we're just messing around, the girl says quickly, waving him off. She knows she's in the wrong. Ash cooperates and lets go. Zoe, Luna, you two better watch your backs. You'll regret this. She throws out her threat and walks away. Ash glances over at Luna and Nova, casual as ever. Freshmen these days are so generous. We just met and she's already promising me fruit. Nova bursts out laughing. Thank you, Ash. Her smile is warm and genuine. Luna doesn't say anything, but that permanent ice in her eyes has thawed just a little, close enough to a thank you. Why did you help us? Luna asks. I'm here to bond, Ash says simply. No games, straight to the point. You saw it yourself. Nova and I both have bulk class spirit weapons. You still want an oath bond with us? No. Ash waves his hand. Not an oath bond. Luna's eyes go cold. So he's just like all the others, only interested in her and Nova's bodies. Ash catches the shift in her tone. He meets both their eyes, steady and sure. What I mean is, an eternal bond. Eternal bond. Nova freezes at the certainty in his voice. Are you sure you're not joking? I know exactly where you both stand, and you know what I've been through. Oath bonds can be broken. If you want to change your fate, then bet big. Hand me your futures. We fight together. We take control of our own lives. His eyes don't waver. If he can bond with both spirit weapons and unlock growth power, he has every confidence he can change all 3 of their fates. Luna and Nova exchange a glance. They both know the truth. If they can't keep raising their spirit ranks, their clan will almost certainly arrange political marriages for them. Married off to strangers, their lives decided by others forever. But if Ash bonds with them, maybe, just maybe, things could turn around. A hunter can't bond with 2 people at once, So which one of us is it? Luna asks. Ash looks at ice-cold Luna, then at warm, sweet Nova. Every hunter watching the scene is grinding their teeth in envy. No way, this guy actually went and chose. Both girls meet his gaze, each reacting differently. Composed Luna furrows her brow slightly. Sweet Nova goes a little shy. Ash looks at them both at once. I choose both of you. Kids make choices. Adults take everything. Luna and Nova's eyes go wide. Ash, are you serious right now? How can one hunter bond with both of us? Trust me, I have a way to bond with you both at the same time. All I need is for you to say yes, Ash says sincerely. After all, he's the one holding the twin soul stone. Yes, I get to bond with Ash and stay with Luna at the same time. Nova bounces on her heels, practically dancing. Fine, let's see you pull it off. But I'm warning you, don't play games with Nova and me. Luna's willing to give it a shot. Ash takes both their hands and draws them into a small circle, the three of them facing each other. One hand is soft and warm, the other is cool as jade. Ash reaches into his spatial ring and draws out the twin soul stone. In an instant, holy light swallows all three of them. Their minds arrive in a sea of starlight and clouds. Eternal bond in progress. Your lives will be permanently bound to this star field. Live together, die together. This bond cannot be broken by any means. Do you accept or refuse? Ash doesn't hesitate. I accept. The moment he chooses, a brilliant star blazes to life in the star field. The eternal bond see. Luna stares, barely able to believe it. This vision only appears during an eternal bond. He actually did it. I accept too. Before Luna can even process it, Nova has already jumped in. Beside the star that represents Ash, a second star ignites. I accept. Luna's not backing down now. In the shimmering star-filled sea, at the center of every twin star constellation, a third star appears, burning brighter than all the rest. Ash, Luna, Nova, your eternal bond is complete. When the light fades, Ash is back on the awakening plaza. In his hand, a fire poker. On his back, a tattered cape. Fire poker, bulk class. Fire attack plus 10%. Fire resistance plus 10%. Tattered cape, bulk class. Defense plus 10%. Elemental attack plus 10%. Around him, other hunters have completed their bonds too. Every single one of them is holding a glowing, powerful spirit weapon. Ash stands there with two completely dull, lightless pieces of junk. But with the eternal bond sealed, Ash becomes the only hunter on all of Azura to hold two spirit weapons at once. And at that same moment, something that had been sleeping deep inside him finally begins to stir. Congratulations, player. Growth power acquired. Twin soul system loading complete. This system can inject lifespan into talent weapons to run life projections. Player, Ash. Gender, male. Age, 20. Remaining lifespan, 41 years. Killing a monster absorbs 1% of its lifespan. Killing an awakened who intends to kill the player absorbs 100% of their lifespan, with bonus scaling based on spirit rank. Talent, F rank. Phantom. Spirit rank, Bronze Tier 1. Combat skills, none. Twin soul system. Ash can't believe it. 2 years in this world, and he's finally activated the system, and it can absorb lifespan on top of everything else. If he keeps draining monsters and awakened, he could live forever. Ash opens the system panel immediately. Time to test it. He starts injecting lifespan into his own talent. Injecting 38 years into F rank talent Phantom. Crimson energy wraps around the player's body. Your F-rank talent Phantom has reawakened to E-rank Frenzy. Remaining lifespan 3 years. Frenzy E-rank physical lifesteal plus 5%, attack speed plus 30%, movement speed plus 30%. After burning through 38 years of his life, his F-rank talent reawakens all the way to E-rank. Compared to F-rank Phantom, E-rank Frenzy hits harder across the board and adds lifesteal on top. An absolute upgrade. Ash clenches both fists. His eyes burn like a lion that just broke out of its cage. E-rank is only the beginning. As long as he has lifespan, he can keep reawakening. Release. His spirit energy withdraws. Luna and Nova instantly return to human form. After class, meet me. Let's strike while it's hot and build up our coordination. After class, Ash heads back and spends every coin he has at the market exchange buying combat skills. After breaking the oath bond with Lyra, he lost all his spirit energy, and every combat skill he had learned crumbled to dust with it. For now, he can only afford 3 F-rank skills to hold him over. Wind Step, F-rank, wraps wind force around the legs. Movement speed plus 30% for 10 seconds. Cooldown, 120 seconds. Blood Pull forms a gust of wind in the palm, creating a pulling force. Cooldown, 20 seconds. Charge Strike, F-rank, charge for 1 second. Channel spirit energy into the spirit weapon, dealing 200% burst damage. Cooldown, 20 seconds. None of these skills are impressive on their own, but with the Twin Soul System's life projection, he can inject lifespan into combat skills too. Given enough lifespan, every one of them can be upgraded. Just then, Nova waves at him from across the plaza. Sorry to keep you waiting, Ash. Not at all, just got here. He gives a polite smile. Didn't you say we'd train first? Let's just get started. Luna cuts straight to it. Hold on, come to my place first. I've got something to show you. Ash raises an eyebrow, looking delightfully mysterious. Really? Let's go then. But Nova adds, we barely know each other though, and we're already going to see Ash's treasure? Is that okay? Nova is visibly thrilled despite herself. Ash, whatever this thing is, it better not be weird. Otherwise I'm smashing it. Luna's expression darkens. She makes a scissors gesture with her fingers. Ash shivers. Ash's apartment is in an old rundown building. Everything inside is chaos. Did you get robbed? How are you this calm? Luna asks, not actually judging, just teasing. You get used to it. Ash laughs awkwardly. Ash, come on, where's the treasure? Nova is practically bouncing. Curiosity at peak levels. Coming. Ash leads them to the bathroom door. You're hiding it in the bathroom. What is wrong with you? Luna can't hold it in. Ash says nothing. He just opens the door. Inside the cramped little room, a smooth circular mirror begins to warp and spin. Golden bronze light pulses and gleams, and a spatial vortex tears open. This is a dungeon gate. This is Ash's treasure. After dungeons descended on Azura, dungeon gates began spawning randomly all across the planet. In the sky, underground, in the ocean, deep in forests, or apparently in a tiny bathroom. Anytime, any place. Step through one, and you enter a world swarming with monsters. The color of the spatial vortex's glow tells you the dungeon's rank. Bronze glow means a bronze rank dungeon. Only awakened at bronze tier or below can enter. A hidden gate like this one, once discovered, is normally reported to the Shadow City Bureau or the Hunters Guild in exchange for a reward. Ash has no intention of doing that. This gate showed up last night. We're short on time. Wasn't the plan to train and sync up? Let's skip the warm-up and go straight into the real thing. Ash, you mean we just dive straight into the dungeon? Nova stares at him wide-eyed. She can barely process it. The three of us? You can't be serious. Even the normally composed Luna thinks this is insane. Dungeons are deadly. Standard procedure is a squad of at least 20, and the twins had just awakened their talents. Ash has combat experience, sure, but his spirit rank is still at starting bronze tier 1. 3 people walking into a dungeon cold? That's suicide. I'm not joking, Ash says, stone-faced. Stop messing around. We should report this gate and use the mana crystals to raise our ranks. Luna is firm. Looking at their combined strength, they have no business inside a dungeon. Ash has no time to waste. He ignores every word of it and steps straight into the spatial vortex. His lifespan is almost gone. There's no time to play it safe. He needs to start hunting monsters now. That is so cool! Nova doesn't think twice. She jumps in right behind him. Both of them are already gone. Luna furrows her brow and follows. The spatial vortex swallows them in a burst of blinding light. When it fades, the three of them stand inside a dim mine shaft. Damp walls flicker with torchlight, casting their shadows long and twisted. Based on the surroundings, this is a goblin mine. Ash leads the twins deeper in. Sure enough, shapes appear in the dark ahead. Goblins swinging pickaxes. Of course it's goblins. The moment Luna confirms it, her expression goes complicated. Goblins are small, green-skinned, hairless, with massive pointed ears and bloodshot eyes full of greed. Luna is actually relieved it's a goblin den. Goblins are fast and cunning, but among all monsters, their raw combat power is honestly pretty weak. Get ready, Ash says, eyes sharpening. Goblin Miner. Rarity, G Spirit rank, Bronze Tier 1, lowest tier Goblin Grunt, remaining lifespan 100 years. Understood. Nova is already cracking her knuckles, itching to go. This is her first real fight. She's going to make it count. Luna stays cautious as always. Ash, what's the plan? No plan. Just go. He sounds completely confident. Bronze Tier 1 monsters aren't even worth thinking about. Spirit merge. He grips both their hands tight. Brilliant light pours from both girls, wrapping around Ash completely, and then a solid jet black fire poker materializes in his hand. A dark green, hole-riddled, tattered cape drapes over his shoulders. 8 goblin miners stand in the shaft ahead. Before Luna and Nova can even react, Ash charges in alone. Run! It's an awakened! Wait, he's alone, and what he's holding doesn't even look like a spirit weapon. Hehehe, must just be some regular human who wandered in. Boys, take him down. The goblins who are about to flee reverse course and heft their pickaxes. They actually think he's a normal human. Ash lets out a quiet sigh. These stupid goblins are seriously underestimating him. He activates wind step. Wind surges beneath his feet, speed skyrocketing. He's in front of a goblin miner in an instant. Before it can react, Ash swings the fire poker. The rod screams through the air with a sharp crack of wind, a heavy thud. One clean hit to the skull, direct to the goblin miner's head. It drops cold. Then Ash drives the rod into its throat, making sure. The goblin miner goes down, and a white shape drifts up from its body, like a soul leaving its shell. It condenses into a glowing orb and flows straight into Ash. Congratulations, player. Goblin miner eliminated. 1 year of lifespan absorbed. Remaining lifespan, 4 years. He's fast. He's definitely not just a regular person. Whatever. He's got a trash tier spirit weapon. Don't be scared. All together rush him. Kill the hunter and take his spirit weapons for ourselves. It's been so long since we've had a human woman. The goblins erupt in shrieking excitement, swarming in with pickaxes raised. Ash sweeps the fire poker in a wide arc, knocking back the goblins in front, then spins low and cracks another across the head, following up with 3 quick strikes to finish it. Congratulations, player. Goblin miner eliminated. 1 year of lifespan absorbed. Remaining lifespan 5 years. Even with nothing but a fire poker, Ash doesn't miss a beat. 7 monsters down solo. The last goblin miner tries to bolt in the chaos. Ash activates blood pull. A powerful gust rips out from his palm and yanks the goblin straight back to him, where it's finished off with a flurry of blows. Goblins are cunning creatures. Let one escape, and the consequences could be catastrophic. Remaining lifespan? 11 years. Ash watches the number climb on the system display. Satisfying. Now that he's in double digits, he decides to pour some into a combat skill. Injecting lifespan into Charge Strike. Life projection, 5 years. Charge Strike has successfully advanced 1 level. Remaining lifespan, 6 years. 6 years left. He pushes another skill, injecting 5 years into Wind Step. Your Wind Step has been mastered. Current remaining lifespan is only 1 year. Cannot continue injection. Same 5 years. Same F rank skill tier. But Wind Step didn't advance like Charge Strike did. Wind Step must require more lifespan. In the time it takes to drink a cup of tea, all 8 goblin miners are dead, and Ash didn't take a scratch. 8 monsters and only 1 mana crystal drops. Goblin miners are bottom tier, so the drop rate is rough. Mana crystals are used to raise an awakened spirit rank, each one no bigger than a fingernail, like a shard of glass. Ash, you're incredible. I blinked and they were all dead. Monsters near a dungeon entrance are always weaker, and if he couldn't handle even these, none of us would be walking out of here. Luna pauses, then adds, take this mana crystal. You're the strongest I've seen at this rank. Only when your rank goes up do the rest of us have a real shot at surviving this. Ash doesn't argue. He absorbs the mana crystal on the spot. The moment its energy flows into his bloodstream, warmth spreads through his entire body. Still, reaching bronze tier 2 is going to take at least 10 more. Crystal absorbed, Ash pushes deeper into the mine. More monster tracks. In a wide open cavern, he finds over 30 goblins, and beyond the usual goblin miners, there are 2 goblin overseers. Goblin overseer, rarity. 1 star, spirit rank, bronze tier 2, large goblin variant, specializes in mid-range attacks with an iron whip, remaining lifespan, 200 years. Now what? Luna's voice cuts through, just as Ash expected. The deeper they go, the stronger the monsters get. Pick them off one by one. Ash runs a quick assessment. Experience aside, he can't take on this many alone, especially with 2 bronze tier 2 goblin overseers in the mix. The corridor is tight. To avoid getting surrounded, he pulls back into the narrow passageway and releases the merge with Nova. Nova, your job is to draw them over here. Be careful. Leave it to me, Ash. The plan is simple. Use Nova as bait to lure the goblins into the corridor, then eliminate them there. No matter how many monsters come, the tight space limits them, especially the goblin overseer's iron whips. There's no room to even swing them. Nova heads off. Ash takes position at the tunnel fork. In the ore zone, a few goblins are swinging their pickaxes hard. Then a soft, sweet girl's voice breaks through the noise. Excuse me, I'm lost. Can anyone tell me where the exit is? Every single goblin miner drops their pickaxe. They all turn at once toward the tunnel entrance. Black hair, white over-the-knee stockings, a soft, adorable, helpless-looking human girl. Here's my chance. Get that human woman and I could rank up multiple times. I saw her first. Nobody touch her. The goblins spot Nova and go absolutely feral, drooling as they stampede forward. Goblins, help! Someone save me! Nova's face goes pale with terror. She bolts, crying and screaming. The moment she turns around, though, the corner of her mouth curls up. Oh, this is so fun. Out of my way. That human is mine. One massive goblin overseer cracks its iron whip, knocking the leading goblin miners aside and charging out front. Ash, they're all coming. The goblins are terrifying. I'm so scared. Shortly after, Nova arrives at Ash's position and buries her face in his chest, eyes glistening with tears. It's okay, Luna and I are right here. Ash gives her a reassuring pat on the head, then pulls a sharp dagger from his spatial ring and presses it into her hand. The horde is almost here. I'll knock them out. You finish them off. Me, do the finishing? But I'm scared, Ash. Nova can't do it. She grips the dagger with shaking hands, eyes squeezed shut. You've got this, Nova. Ash settles into his stance and meets her eyes with an encouraging nod. Nova gives a stiff little nod back, like she's summoning every drop of courage she has. Then, she hands the dagger straight back to him. Ash, keep the dagger. I prefer this. She turns around and pulls a steel blade from her own spatial ring. Ash is stunned, speechless, and she said she wasn't a fighter. Meanwhile, the goblin horde is nearly at the tunnel entrance. Charge strike. Ash begins charging, spirit energy flowing steadily into the spirit weapon. The fire poker starts radiating a crushing pressure. Run along, little cutie. If I catch you, you're going to have a real bad time. The lead goblin overseer sees Nova standing completely still and thinks it's already won. But the moment it pokes its head around the corner, it takes a 5-second charge strike directly to the skull. The goblin overseer's head bursts open like a watermelon, exploding on impact. Blood and brains fly everywhere. Congratulations, player. Goblin overseer eliminated. 2 years of lifespan absorbed. Remaining lifespan 3 years. The iron helmet on its head did absolutely nothing. 1 hit, dead. With the lead goblin overseer down in 1 blow, the goblins behind it flood the tunnel. Ash pulls a prepared trigger. The entrance collapses instantly under a cascade of falling rock, splitting the horde clean in 2. The ones trapped inside are all bottom-tier goblin miners, roughly 15 of them. Ash and Nova fall into sync. Ash stuns them with the fire poker. Nova finishes them from a safe position. 1 wide sweep knocks a goblin out cold. It skids right in front of Nova. Well, Nova can't do this. She keeps saying that, but every swing of that steel blade is a kill shot. And she doesn't just slash, she goes straight for the heart. Even after a monster is clearly dead, she stabs it several more times. The overkill makes even Ash's skin crawl. Out of the corner of his eye, he catches a smile creeping onto her face. Congratulations, player. Goblin miner eliminated. 1 year of lifespan absorbed. Congratulations, player. Goblin miner eliminated. 1 year of lifespan absorbed. Remaining lifespan 17 years. It gets to the point where Ash hasn't even stunned the goblin yet, and Nova has already charged in and taken down a fully alive kicking goblin miner herself. Monster blood stains her cheeks. Her pure white stockings are soaked red. Even after the last monster falls, she looks like she wants more. Nova, well done. Ash gives her a thumbs up. A little demon with a blade that decisive. Who wouldn't love that? It's all thanks to your encouragement, Ash. That's how I found the courage. Nova responds with a shy smile, instantly going back to her soft and sweet self in front of Ash. After clearing the monsters, the 2 of them start looting the area. Lucky, Ash pulls 2 mana crystals from the goblin overseer right away. Nova, careful. But just as Ash is feeling good about it, something goes wrong. While Nova is looting a body, 1 goblin miner hiding in the dark suddenly bursts out, hurling its pickaxe straight at the back of Nova's head. Ash reacts just in time. At the last possible moment, he tackles Nova to the ground. Even so, the flying pickaxe clips a few strands of her hair on the way past. Any slower, and Nova's skull would have been abdomens split open. As he tackles her, Ash isn't idle. He flings the fire poker and it drives through the goblin's throat, pinning it to the wall. But pin doesn't mean dead. Nova releases her spirit weapon form and finishes it. Are you two okay? Luna turns around. She meant to check on her and Ash, but the sight in front of her stops her cold. There's Ash, lying on top of Nova, face to face, lips to lips, eyes locked. System pairing player with spirit weapon. Connection successful. Nova, female, age 18, remaining lifespan 91 years, talent, bulk class Tattered Cape, spirit rank, bronze tier 1. Ash blinks. He never expected to accidentally connect with Nova like this. And then he notices. Nova's lifespan and his are linked. They flow both ways. Player is absorbing spirit weapon Nova's lifespan. The numbers jump in the system display. In just a few seconds, Ash drains 50 years from Nova. He needs lifespan to grow stronger. He'll borrow 50 years for now. Player remaining lifespan 68 years. Nova remaining lifespan 41 years. Ash, Nova has no idea her lifespan was just taken. Her face is completely red, but Ash makes another discovery. Now that they're connected, Nova can also undergo life projection. Injecting 3 days of lifespan into the Tattered Cape. Just a whisper of the world's energy, and Nova is transformed. Talent successfully awakened. Shadow Cloak, F rank. Defense, plus 20%. When hit, deals 22% of your own stats back as damage to the attacker. 3 days. Ash can barely believe his eyes. 3 years to reawaken his own talent felt insane. But Nova does it in 3 days. This girl is something else entirely. The Tattered Cape was just a disguise. A true dragon doesn't stay hidden forever. Ash's smile spreads wide. He keeps running life projection, pushing to find the limit of Nova's talent. Ash. Nova catches that smile, and her heart starts racing. Especially now that her talent has awakened, she can feel spirit energy surging through her veins like a rising tide. But Nova doesn't know her talent has changed. She attributes every sensation to Ash, and honestly, that feeling he gives her is dangerous. New attribute added, all stats doubled at night. 5 years, and Nova's talent reawakens again, reaching the same rank as Ash. He pushes another 36 years. Darkness consumes all. Nova's spirit weapon reawakens. Nova's remaining lifespan 5 years. Knight armor, B rank, defense plus 40%. When hit, reflects 40% of your own stats as dark damage to attacker. All stats doubled at night. 3 reawakenings in 36 years total. Ash is honestly a little intimidated by Nova's potential. His own single reawakening cost him over 30 years, and he only made it to E rank. Is the gap between people really this wide? Hey, are you done yet? Luna has had enough of watching this. Ash clears his throat with a tactical cough and scoops Nova up off the ground. Sorry about that. It was dangerous and I misjudged the landing. He gets back to looting. 5 mana crystals this time. And a combat skill book drops too. Plunder, F rank, loot a monster's corpse. A combat skill actually dropped, but it's low quality. Luna tosses the book to Ash, a little disappointed. Still, finding any item on a monster corpse is better than nothing. Plunder looks decent, Ash says, and without a second of hesitation, he learns it on the spot. Luna gives him a look. It's a looting skill, basically useless. Probability is tricky. Maybe I'm just blessed and always get the bonus drop. After absorbing all 5 mana crystals at once, Ash can feel his spirit energy pushing closer and closer to bronze tier 2. Then a deafening crash. The goblin miners behind the wall have broken through the boulders. Wasn't she wearing white stockings before? Why are they black now? The white stocking one is over here. This is a different one. They look identical. Must be twins. This is unbelievable. The goblins lay eyes on Luna, and their expressions go wild. Dark red light flares in their eyes as they charge. Ash! We leave now or it's too late! Luna grabs Nova's hand and shouts for Ash to move. In this situation, 1 more second of hesitation means a full fight. Ash nods, steps in front of both girls. Merge! The goblins howl. Kill the traitor! Luna and Nova dissolve into rings of light and wrap completely around Ash. This time, the fire poker is still in his hand, but the Tattered Cape is gone. In its place, black armor covers him head to toe. Knight armor, forged from black meteorite iron. Harder than anything. No shine. No decoration. Just a quiet, deep, absolute presence. Ash stands there now like a warlord wrapped in the night itself, radiating pure killing intent. Luna stares in shock. What is this? Nova, what happened to you? The Tattered Cape was useless 10 minutes ago, now it's knight armor? I don't know either. All Nova felt was that when we kissed, something warm started flowing through my spirit veins. Maybe that's when my talent awakened. Ash just gives a quiet smile and charges straight into the goblins with the fire poker. Wait, this hunter is using 2 spirit weapons at once? Don't panic. The spirit energy he's giving off isn't strong. He's just a bronze tier 1 hunter. Take him down and grab those spirit weapons. The charging goblins don't back down. They meet him head on. Spirit energy detonates out of Ash's body. The knight armor's dark power coats him completely. Now every time Ash takes a hit, a burst of black flame erupts on the attacker, dealing 80% dark damage back. And since it's nighttime, the knight armor's stats are all doubled. 80% extra elemental damage, 2 hits and a goblin miner is gone. What is that black fire? Curse it, we can't break through this armor. Run. He's out of our league. The goblin miners want nothing to do with this fight anymore. They drop their weapons and bolt. Blood pull. Ash sees them running and opens his palm. A powerful gust tears through the tunnel, yanking the fleeing goblins right back. Running? Not a chance. Congratulations player, Goblin Overseer eliminated, 2 years of lifespan absorbed, remaining lifespan 86 years. With the Bronze Tier 2 Goblin Overseer down, Ash takes less than 5 minutes to wipe out every remaining goblin, and he walks away with 86 years of lifespan. Nova, what rank did your talent reach? That black armor is absolutely broken. After the fight, Luna returns to human form immediately. She runs her hands over the armor that was her sister, eyes full of delight. Watching Nova grow stronger makes Luna happier than her own reawakening would. Honestly, I'm not sure. Once we're back at the academy, we'll test it and get the exact rank. Nova herself has no idea. D rank. Ash answers without hesitation. D rank? So that means Nova's talent reawakened 3 times in a row? Oh my, this is unreal. Heh, it's all thanks to Ash. Nova can't say for certain, but a woman's instinct tells her this reawakening is absolutely connected to Ash. Luna hears this, and her expression fills with longing. Ash, can I reawaken too? Back there, Luna's fire poker had barely done a thing. I want to become a real weapon in your hands. I don't want to be dead weight. Luna, whether your talent can reawaken, I honestly don't know. But we can try. Before the words are even out, Luna's lips press against his. Ash blinks. The girl known as the Ice Queen of the Academy, making the first move. She wants to get stronger that badly. Her warmth crashes into him all at once and all he can see is Luna, flushed and stubborn and trying so hard. Her kiss lands like a snow parfait, cool and sweet and impossibly soft. System pairing player with spirit weapon. Connection successful. Luna, female, age 18, remaining lifespan 91 years. Talent, bulk class fire poker. Spirit rank, Bronze Tier 1. Is this working? Luna's brow furrows slightly. There's no system inside her. All she can feel is the awkward, unfamiliar rush of her first real moment with someone, and her heart absolutely pounding. Doesn't seem to be working. Let me try this. Ash takes the lead. Player is now absorbing spirit weapon Luna's lifespan. Player remaining lifespan 136 years. Luna remaining lifespan 41 years. In one move, Ash drains 50 years from Luna. Their lifespan flows both ways anyway. He'll pay it back eventually. But if he can't clear this dungeon, no amount of lifespan matters. Luna lets out a soft sound. She can feel something inside her being pulled away. Slowly and steadily. Lifespan borrowed. Time to get to work. Injecting 5 years of lifespan into the fire poker. Spirit veins remain dormant. 10 years in, Luna's spirit veins start to wither. They become weaker than before. System warning. Luna's spirit veins are showing abnormalities. Continuing life projection may be dangerous. Luna, I'm sorry. Your spirit veins may not be able to awaken. If I keep going, you might lose the ability to summon your spirit weapon at all. Ash hadn't expected this. If he pushes further, Luna could become an ordinary person. Keep going. Luna's gaze is steel. Her mind is made up. Alright, Ash nods. This is her choice. He gives everything he has. Continuing injection 20 years into the fire poker. Every year sinks in like a stone dropped into still water. Not a ripple. 40 years. Maybe this is just Luna's fate. Some things can't be changed. Warning. Luna's remaining lifespan is only 1 year. Life projection cannot continue. Lifespan vanishes into Luna's talent like water thrown at stone. No matter how much goes in, nothing responds. Left with no other option, Ash pours his own lifespan directly into Luna and pushes again. 100 years injected. Fire poker can no longer be summoned. Luna's spirit veins have reverted to an unawakened state. How is this possible? The worst has happened. Luna can no longer feel spirit energy in her veins. She's become an ordinary person. Life projection isn't a guaranteed path to power. There are risks no one can predict. Ash reaches out and touches Luna's face. She looks devastated. This isn't something she could have controlled. He does what little he can to comfort her. Ash, help me. You can create miracles, can't you? Please. Please. And then, a single shining tear slides down Luna's cheek and falls into Ash's palm. He freezes. The girl who never shows weakness is crying. Ash gives a slow nod. He cups her tear-streaked face in both hands. The salt of her tears, the softness of her lips, they mix completely, as Ash pours his own resonance into the projection, hoping to change its course. 130 years. Spirit veins awakening. Fire poker restored. 150 years. A holy light descends. Hard work wins in the end. Luna's spirit veins finally awaken. Silver Lance, F rank. Attacks deal an additional 20% light attribute damage, plus 20% true damage. Player remaining lifespan 26 years. Luna remaining lifespan 1 year. Through everything, Luna's talent finally breaks through. Ash, we did it! Luna throws her arms around his neck. As their lips part, she presses one quick, light kiss to his cheek. Yeah, we did it. It took 150 years to break Luna through, but Ash doesn't regret a single year. Lifespan, he'll take it back from monsters later. Luna is so sneaky, monopolizing Ash all to herself for that long. I told you, it's all thanks to Ash. Nova looks a little jealous, but every word she says is full of joy for her sister's breakthrough. Congratulations, player. Bond synchronization with spirit weapons has reached 10%. Additional attributes unlocking. Luna 10% sync, unlocks angel wings. When attacks land on enemies, gain 1 stack of divine stack effect, lasting 5 seconds. Each stack of divine stack adds 1% attack speed, maximum 100 stacks. Nova 10% sync, unlocks fallen wings. When hit by enemies, gain 1 stack of Abyss stack effect, lasting 5 seconds. Each stack of Abyss stack adds 1% reflected damage, maximum 100 stacks. The moment Ash enters merge state, a pair of wings unfolds at his back. Angel wings, pure and white as snow. Fallen wings, black as the void. A faint mist drifts around him like chaos given shape, flickering in and out. Player now possesses both angel wings and fallen wings. Spirit illusion unlocked. Hidden attribute gained. Divine stack. Once 100 stacks are reached, consume 10 stacks to summon one heaven blade. Heaven Blade deals 100% true damage and ignores all blocking. Abyss stack. Once 100 stacks are reached, consume all Abyss stacks to activate Death Domain, dealing 200% true damage based on all damage previously received. Spirit Illusion. Player's spirit weapon can take on the appearance of any prior awakening stage. Appearance only, no effect on actual stats. Ash holds the Radiant Silver Lance. Knight armor covers him from head to toe. Behind him, a pair of wings, black and white intertwined. The twin sisters once mocked as garbage have been completely reborn, beyond what anyone could have imagined. Ash's eyes flicker with light and shadow, burning with absolute focus. He's itching to test Luna and Nova's new abilities. But first, loot the battlefield. This is exactly where plunder proves its worth. After upgrading, injecting 25 years of lifespan into combat skill plunder, life projection complete. Plunder has successfully advanced. Plunder D rank when successfully extracting a mana crystal from a corpse. 50% chance to extract one additional mana crystal. Cooldown 1 second. Player remaining lifespan 1 year. Using plunder now, Ash works through the goblin corpses on the ground and pulls out 8 mana crystals, 3 more than last time. That's a real improvement. The moment he finishes collecting, spirit energy erupts inside him like a dragon coiling and spiraling upward. Congratulations, player. Spirit rank has broken through to bronze tier 2. The power surge is real. A true leap forward. He's entered the next stage. Lifespan and mana crystals both spent. Ash pushes deeper into the dungeon. He spreads his black and white wings and lifts slightly off the ground, gliding through the tunnel. In an instant, they reach the goblin's next stronghold. This time, facing a force far larger and stronger than before, Ash doesn't bother with any strategy. He walks straight into the middle of them. The monster count here dwarfs anything they've seen. Hundreds of goblin miners, 5 bronze tier 2 goblin overseers, and at the very center of the horde, 2 goblins capable of controlling magical elements. To clear a group like this, you'd normally need a full, well-coordinated squad. Inferno Goblin and Frost Goblin. Rarity, F Spirit rank, Bronze Tier 3. Goblin mages capable of elemental attacks. Remaining lifespan, 300 years. Their bodies are no bigger than the lowest tier Goblin miners, even smaller than the Bronze Tier 2 Goblin Overseers, but their skin is an entirely different color. The Inferno Goblins blaze crimson red, while the Frost Goblins gleam icy blue. 2 Goblin mages immediately rally the monster horde and charge straight at me. Their rank is clearly above the Goblin Overseers. But even outnumbered like this, I don't break a sweat. I actually drop straight into the middle of the goblin miners' encirclement. I don't dodge. I don't flinch. A pair of magnificent wings spreads across my back, and the monsters take one look at me and think I'm easy prey. They pile on with frenzied attacks. In their minds, if they can just kill the hunter, they can do whatever they want to the spirit weapon once she's forced out of the merge. That thought drives the goblins absolutely wild, and with every pickaxe that lands, Nova's black flame recoil damage instantly triggers. I've reached bronze tier 2, and 80% dark attribute recoil is enough to one-shot even the weakest goblin miner. On top of that, every hit I take stacks one more layer of abyss stack on them, adding an extra 1% recoil damage each time. Congratulations, player. Goblin miner eliminated. 1 year of lifespan gained. Remaining lifespan, 101 years. My silver lance hasn't moved once, and yet every single one of the hundreds of goblins swarming me has already collapsed. I rake in a massive haul of lifespan. Damn human, what did you do to our kind? The 2 goblin mages stand frozen, staring in disbelief. They pour everything into their spells, ready to go down fighting. Fireball. Ice Spike, a fist-sized fireball and a razor-sharp ice spike hurtle toward me. I cross my angel wings in front of me to block. Even a combat skill from a bronze tier 3 goblin gets brushed aside without effort. The 2 mages who launched that attack aren't so lucky. The goblin miner's hits have already maxed out the abyss stack layers. And right now, Nova's recoil damage hits 180%. The Inferno Goblin and the Frost Goblin are swallowed whole by black flames in an instant. Congratulations, player. Inferno Goblin eliminated. 3 years of lifespan gained. Congratulations, player. Frost Goblin eliminated. 3 years of lifespan gained. Remaining lifespan, 117 years. With every goblin in the mine dead, a spatial vortex opens at the center. The dungeon has reached its end. Awakeners can now return to Azura through the dungeon gate. That's it? Already? What a letdown, not even a boss. I wasn't done having fun. Dungeon cleared. Luna and Nova both shift back to human form. 3 chests appear alongside the dungeon gate, the divine reward for clearing a dungeon. Every Awakener gets a chest. Usually it's mana crystals you can take out and trade at the market exchange. If you're lucky, you might get an item too. Nova can't wait and tears hers open, just 2 mana crystals inside. Luna and I check ours. Same thing, 2 mana crystals each. Now all that's left is to loot the battlefield and we're done. Hold on, nobody move. I stop Luna and Nova mid-reach. Leave the looting to me, fortune favors me after all. You think you can ride a lucky streak every single time? Luna rolls her eyes at my plunder skill, but she and Nova step back anyway. Low odds or not, every extra crystal counts, but instead of looting right away, I don't start extracting mana crystals from the monster corpses. I start upgrading plunder first. Injecting 108 years of lifespan into plunder, desire has surpassed the limits of reason. Plunder begins to transform. Greed jar, S rank. When successfully extracting mana crystals from monster corpses, 100% chance to gain 3 bonus crystals, 30% chance to double all crystals gained. When obtaining items inside a dungeon, the greed jar will be summoned. Consume lifespan to double the quantity or upgrade the tier of any item. Cooldown 1 second. Player remaining lifespan, 9 years. S rank. I never expected the upgrade to go this smoothly. Only 108 years to reach S rank. S rank. Do you know what that means? On Azura, the average S rank combat skill goes for around 1 billion. That's 100,000 tradable mana crystals. And a resource type skill like Greed Jar, probably worth even more. As plunder evolves, the spirit energy it drains keeps climbing. Looting the entire battlefield takes me a full 8 hours. Greed Jar and the storm in the cage. With Greed Jar active, I pull in 224 mana crystals. Normally these corpses would yield maybe 40 crystals total. Now the haul is more than 5 times that. Congratulations, player. Spirit rank has broken through to bronze tier 5. After absorbing all 224 crystals, my spirit energy jumps 3 full tiers in a row. The higher the rank, the more crystals each breakthrough demands. Beyond the crystals, I also find an Earth-grade antidote pill, tier 1, on the Frost Goblin. The moment it drops, a mist-wrapped ceramic jar materializes in front of me, studded with precious gems, ancient and mysterious. Its surface is carved with intricate alchemical patterns, dozens of symbols that converge into a wide, twisted, grinning face, deeply unsettling. Master, I only need to absorb 2 years of your lifespan to upgrade or double the item you just received. Come, let me serve you, master. The twisted face on the greed jar speaks. Sure, I nod without a second thought. Generous master, then let us begin. The grin on the greed jar grows even more unsettling. The mist around it slowly wraps around me, then pulls something out of my very soul. Player remaining lifespan 7 years. After taking its cut, the greed jar swallows the antidote pill whole. The alchemical array on its surface pulses with a strange glow. The entire jar churns rapidly, releasing bursts of steam. After a long moment, the greed jar spits out a tier 2 antidote pill. A tier 2 pill is worth several times a tier 1, far more profitable than just doubling the count. Master, your luck really is something special. Want to go again? Next time you might get 2 tier 2 pills, or even a tier 3. We can keep going? My face lights up. Of course, but the second time cost 20 years. Ah, next time then. I'm out of spare lifespan, so I have to let the greed jar go, but facing its doubled lifespan cost, I don't feel worried at all. I'm filled with anticipation. The greed jar truly is something else. Maybe I don't even realize it myself, but in that moment, the corner of my mouth curls into the exact same grin as the greed jar. After a full night of fighting, Luna and Nova fall asleep leaning against each other while I'm still looting. I scoop them both up and carry them straight out of the dungeon. Back home, I tuck them into bed, then I crash on the couch. When I open my eyes again, I stretch with a long, lazy yawn, surrounded by a thick, sweet fragrance. Ash, you're finally awake. Before I can react, Nova, dressed in a pink bunny onesie, launches herself straight onto me. What in the? Nova's body is soft, sure, but she's way too fired up. She jumps way too high. It feels like a train hitting me in the face. Nova, stop it. You're not a little kid anymore. Luna's sharp voice cuts in from the side. I force my eyes open. She's standing there in a green dinosaur onesie. Nova's flying tackle has forcibly rebooted my brain. Ash, surprised? Wasn't expecting that, were you? Nova is still sprawled across my chest, blinking those big, bright eyes at me, her smile warm and disarming as ever. For a second, I think I saw my great-grandma just now. Once the chaos settles, I take Luna and Nova to the academy training grounds, but my mind keeps drifting. I've been awakened for 2 years now. Training alongside students who just had their first awakening feels like a total waste of my time. The academy has no year-based grades, only rank-based classes. No first year, second year, third year. Just bronze class, silver class, gold class, and platinum class. Study for more than 5 years, or push your spirit rank past platinum into diamond, and you're considered a graduate. But reaching diamond within 5 years is incredibly rare. Right now, the only person in all of Shadow City Hunter Academy who even has a shot at it is Lyra. She bonded with the double S rank hunter, Hunter Lux, through an oath bond, and gained access to the full resources of his clan. Her spirit rank has already reached gold tier 9. Her power is terrifying, and here I am, still sitting in bronze class with freshly awakened students. In combat class, the instructor demonstrates techniques that are literally built on ideas I came up with. I had introduced freestyle combat from Earth into the curriculum. On Earth, no one has awakened abilities, so close quarters fighting relies purely on skill. That idea had earned me the full backing of Director Rains at the time. Even what the instructors teach now was originally my concept. This past week, I've basically been coasting through every class, but behind the scenes, I've been giving Luna and Nova private lessons. Beyond freestyle combat, in those private sessions, I've also woven in Chinese martial arts. Over this time, their close quarters combat has improved dramatically. Combat is the core focus for hunters, but spirit weapons need to know how to fight too. Inside a dungeon, hunters and spirit weapons aren't always in their merged state. Sometimes working as a separate team is far more effective. Alongside their combat training, I also tested out the spirit illusion feature the system had unlocked. To keep the twins' talent awakenings a secret, I couldn't let anyone find out. So I set both Luna and 10 Nova to their most basic appearance. After the illusion, to everyone else, my spirit weapon still looks like a dull, lifeless bulk class spirit weapon, same even in a mirror. But through my own eyes, I can see clearly, jet black armor and a silver lance gleaming with cold light. Hey, Ash, just because you awakened 2 years before us doesn't mean you get to sit there acting like you're above all this. If you don't want to be here, then get out. A few guys in the training room had been watching me rest on the sidelines, and they start mouthing off right in front of the instructor. Fix your attitude, Ash. Instructor Vex, all muscle and no nonsense, gives me a firm nudge. Instructor, my attitude is perfectly fine. I shrug helplessly. The theory drills are just too boring. I need actual combat to stay interested. So I point at the guys who just spoke up. Why don't all of you come at me at once, and let's see how my attitude looks then. Ha! Fine, all at once it is. Nobody's scared of you, Ash. Don't think waking up a few years earlier makes you something special. I call out 10 groups of awakeners at once. Instructor, let's do a live sparring session. No objections, right? As long as both sides agree, instructors can't interfere. Still, she gives me a kind heads up. Ash, are you sure you want to go 1 against 10? You don't need to prove yourself like this. Take them one at a time. Stop whenever you run low on energy. Nobody can force you into a live match. Thanks for looking out for me, instructor. Consider this my way of returning the favor. I'll put these new students through their paces for you. I flash a confident smile. If I don't push these guys, they'll never respect me. Alright, your call. I can't interfere, but the gap in ability here is significant. Keep it clean and don't let this get personal. The instructor leads everyone to the massive cage. Luna, Nova, and I step in first. Ash, Nova and I each take 5. That leaves 10 for you. Luna's face is dead serious as she splits up the fight. It looks like a sparring drill on the surface. But this is personal. Luna knows it. The guys are all coming for me, and the girls are all coming for Nova. So even if Luna hadn't split it up like this, the outcome would have been the same. Then the opponents file in. Everyone inside the cage wears a spirit detector around their neck. The moment an awakener activates spirit energy, the detector flares bright and sounds an alarm. For fairness, no spirit energy is allowed in combat training. Now, the guy who started all this, his name is Wade. His family isn't some major clan, but they're well-known merchants in Shadow City. He absorbs 10 mana crystals a day, putting him at bronze tier 3. Wade jabs a finger forward and roars, "Everyone rush him! Land 1 punch on Ash's face and I'll give you a mana crystal." Nothing moves people like a reward. The moment they hear about the mana crystal, the whole group charges at me like they've been injected with pure adrenaline. Even a few girls want in on it and join the mob. I watch them coming and just shake my head. Their footwork is a total mess. Not a single clean move. The moment they take that first step, the fight is already decided. I don't attack at first. I work the butterfly step, using the pendulum bob to slip every swing. My movement is fluid, unreadable. These freshly awakened students can't lay a finger on me. Even Instructor Vex outside the cage can't take her eyes off my footwork. She has a feeling it's even sharper than what she taught. Meanwhile, on the other side, under my careful training, Luna, now skilled in Wing Chun, is absolutely dominating. Luna is calm and composed, a perfect fit for this counterfighting style. She's up against 3 girls, and within their first exchange, Luna leaves all 3 with bruised faces. Wing Chun's short-range power looks small from the outside, but underneath it hides explosive force. The girls have never seen anything like it. They're completely overwhelmed, no idea how to respond. They just keep getting pushed back until they're cornered against the cage wall. Ash, stop running already. If you've got the guts, fight us head on. Come hit me, coward. I've never heard a demand like that. After slipping one more attack, I spin and drive a straight punch right into his face. A dull, heavy thud, and he drops cold. My style is simple, fast, precise, brutal, no wasted movement. That punch, I actually held back. Without that, he'd have a concussion at minimum. That's dirty. You were holding back on purpose just to make us drop our guard, weren't you? Everyone rush him. Wade still hasn't realized how bad this is. He actually thinks he has the upper hand. The guys push from behind and Wade notices none of the girls are down. So he gets an idea. He shoves 4 girls to the front as human shields, counting on me to go easy on them. What Wade never sees coming, the guys, 1 punch each. The girls, I wrap an arm around each one and throw in 2 bonus knee strikes, which sends every girl in front rolling on the ground with their eyes rolling back. Look, I don't enjoy hitting girls, but if you're going to use that against me as a weapon, I don't mind getting used to it. I look at the remaining opponents with contempt. Ash, we were wrong. You're way out of our league. We give up. Ash, so what if you're strong? You still can't touch me. Wade watches me stop and smirks with full confidence. Let me tell you something. You're only king inside this cage. Combat skills are worthless out there. If spirit energy were allowed, I'd beat you so hard you'd need a change of pants. Hearing that, I don't hold back. I close the gap in one stride, a straight punch to the face first, just enough to rattle his skull, then a rapid series of flying knee strikes hammering into his gut. A burst of gas escapes from Wade's backside. A yellowish stain begins to spread through his pocket. Next time you talk big, make sure you're cleaned out first. I cover my nose and walk away. That brutal combination scares the remaining guys so badly they collapse right where they stand. Ash, he already surrendered. Why did you keep going? Even though it was deeply satisfying, Instructor Vex has to draw the line. Didn't only these students surrender? Did this guy surrender too? I didn't hear it. All I heard was him saying he'd beat me till I needed a change of pants. I shrug, then turn to the guys who look absolutely terrified. Did any of you hear him surrender? No, we didn't. They shake their heads rapidly, insisting they heard nothing. With their testimony, I haven't technically broken any rules. Fine, but don't let this happen again. Instructor Vex was already on my side, and with other students backing me up, she goes along with it. But then I hold out an arm to stop her. Nova! Go for it! I've been watching you the whole time. I know Nova hasn't shown her real strength yet. I'm using a cheer to wake up the little demon hiding inside her. Ash is watching me fight. Take out the traitor. A smile creeps onto Nova's face, one that has no business being there. Instructor, eyes on the cage. Don't get distracted. The moment I see Nova's switch flip, I immediately warn Instructor Vex. Nova has no off switch, and Instructor Vex feels it instantly. Unlike my laid-back energy, what radiates off Nova is bloodlust, raw and untamed. Nova moves like a completely different person. She catches the incoming punch with her elbow, spins, and drives an elbow strike straight into her opponent's temple. The girl's expression still shows the pain of hitting solid bone. She has no idea yet that Nova's finishing move is already closing in on her most vulnerable point. The human knee point is devastatingly lethal when used right. I had designed separate training plans based on their personalities. Luna trained in the more defensive Wing Chun. Nova trained in Muay Thai, brutally aggressive. Freeze! Seeing what's unfolding, Instructor Vex slams the red crystal orb beside her. The entire cage has its gravity instantly multiplied several times over. Nova's strike is stopped cold. Her knee still grazes the girl's forehead, but the extra gravity robs it of all force. That red gravity button exists solely to prevent accidents. Even when I was working weight over, Instructor Vex didn't press it. As an instructor, if she had been even a fraction of a second slower pressing that button, the cage might have had one more body in it. Everyone stops. Sparring is over. Gravity returns to normal inside the cage. The freeze button only lasts a brief moment. To prevent Nova from going further, Instructor Vex shuts down the session. She lets out a shaky breath, finally understanding just how important my earlier warning had been. In this entire sparring match, the truly dangerous one wasn't me. It was the girl who looked the most helpless. Instructor, why stop the match? We had the absolute upper hand just now. You can't just shut it down because you're playing favorites. The three girls are furious. In their minds, Nova is the weak link, the one they could have taken down. They were this close to making her pay. Starting today, no one is permitted to spar with Ash or Nova. Instructor Vex ignores the girls' protests and simply states a fact. This is for your own good. With that, she ends the combat session and dismisses everyone. A close call, the class calls the medical room, and the unconscious students are carried off for treatment. After that brief disruption, life at the academy returns to normal. Ash, I'm so bored. When are we going back into a dungeon? Be patient, I'm working on it. These past few days I've been hunting for leads on a bronze tier dungeon, but nothing has turned up. Ash, can you teach me that footwork you just used? Right when I'm stuck in my head, a guy from my class walks up. Why would I teach you? I say flatly. His eyes are sincere. He's not here to start trouble, and I feel like I've seen this kid somewhere before. You teach me footwork, I get you into a dungeon, deal? He grins wide, points at his own face and says, Ash, you really don't remember me? I just got into Shadow City Hunter Academy, and somehow ended up in the same class as my idol. That's the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me. I furrow my brow, running through my memory, but nothing clicks. I've heard lines like that too many times to count. Seeing I still have no idea, he gives up waiting. I'm Marco, Marcus's little brother. It clicks. Marcus, my old friend from Gold class, but that guy had already graduated 6 months ago, at 23. Marco, look how much you've grown. I clap him on the shoulder. Time really flies. The scrawny kid I remembered is now in the same class as me. What was that about getting me into a dungeon? Ash, we're just meant to meet, you know? Marco is buzzing with excitement. After my brother graduated, he joined the Hunters Guild and worked his way up to regional captain. In his territory, someone just reported a bronze dungeon, and since I just had my awakening, my brother thought of me first. He quietly intercepted the report. The dungeon is in the northern outskirts of Shadow City. No one knows how long it's been there. But my brother hired a high-tier bronze exploration squad to escort me. And honestly, bringing one person along is the same as bringing two, so come with me, Ash. After hearing him out, I hesitate. Intercepting dungeon reports is a serious offense in the Hunters Guild. If word got out, at best Marcus loses his regional captain rank. At worst, he gets expelled from the guild entirely. And Marcus hired that squad specifically for Marco. Me jumping in might not sit right. Did you clear this with Marcus first? Already done. My brother said, what happened with you and Lyra? He couldn't do anything about it and it's weighed on him ever since. Now that you've bonded with a new spirit weapon and are starting fresh, he's thrilled. He said, just ask if there's anything he can do. Marco grins. With Marcus being this thoughtful, I can't say no. I accept without hesitation. Right now I desperately need lifespan from monsters. Once my spirit rank climbs higher and I max out the sync between my talents and combat skills, with my current strength, solo running unknown bronze dungeons won't be out of reach. Yes! We're finally going back into a dungeon. Nova bounces with joy, but the words barely leave her mouth before Luna claps a hand over it. My spirit rank hitting bronze tier 5, and the twins' talent awakenings, all of it is still a secret. I quickly change the subject. As a return favor, I throw myself into teaching Marco things no instructor ever could. Ash, what you just showed me is even better than what the instructors teach. Marco looks more and more stunned. He's now completely convinced that training beside me will make him a powerful hunter. Not wanting to waste a single lesson, Marco calls over his bonded partner to join in. She's quiet and reserved, a girl named Zara. She and Marco share the same energy, fresh-faced and new to the hunter world, hungry to learn everything. This footwork is incredible. If only we'd found you sooner, we'd already be close combat experts. Zara, just like Marco, is completely hooked on what I'm teaching. Birds of a feather. It's no surprise that Marco and Zara bonded so naturally. After class, I meet up with Marco and the others at a tavern on the outskirts of Shadow City. You finally made it. We've been waiting forever. The man who rises to greet us is broad and bearded. Rex, leader of the exploration squad. The squad is 10 strong, geared up and ready to go. Their spirit ranks all hover around bronze tier 9, and Rex himself has hit bronze peak, one step from silver. A full squad built to escort clients through dungeons. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I scratch the back of my head, then throw an arm around Rex's shoulder. Rex, meeting like this, that's fate. And since we're already here at this hour, why not have a proper drink? This round is on me. Marco thinks it's a great idea too. Let's call it an early victory banquet. Rex blinks for a moment, then breaks into a big laugh. Sure, couldn't ask for better. Drinking before a dungeon run is usually a terrible idea, but I have my reasons. Once the celebration runs long, it'll be nighttime. At night, Nova's night armor stats double, and dungeons are unpredictable alternate worlds. No one knows what's inside. I can't rely entirely on Rex's team. Even with everyone a little buzzed, the moment they spot the dungeon gate, every squad member snaps to full readiness. A few drinks won't slow them down. For veterans who've seen real battles, a light drink before a run can actually sharpen their edge. The dungeon gate isn't well hidden. It's right inside a farmer's wine cellar. This cellar hasn't been touched in over 10 years. We found it by accident, the farmer who leads us there explains. A place like this rarely gets visitors, so we can't be sure when the dungeon appeared. But one thing is certain, it can't have been there more than 20 years. Let's move. Rex's gaze sharpens. He takes the lead, every bit the seasoned veteran. Inside the dungeon, the squad locks into formation immediately, combat ready in seconds. We're placed at the center, sitting pretty as the VIP clients. Stretching out before us is an endless sea of sand dunes. Under the moonlight, the silver shimmer of the sand looks like it's draped in a veil of silk, rippling with a quiet ghostly glow. Ha! You really can't argue with that call. That drink was perfectly timed. Nobody expected the dungeon world to be a desert. If they had entered in the afternoon, they'd have been baked alive under a brutal sun. My seemingly spontaneous choice turned out to save the entire squad. Ash, the desert at night is so beautiful. Nova gazes up at the clear open sky. Beautiful, yes, but the danger hiding in it is far more deadly. I remind everyone not to get too comfortable. Monsters can appear anywhere across these dunes at any moment. The desert is an unforgiving environment. Night makes it more bearable. The heat fades, but monsters built to survive in this environment are tough as nails. Trust us. This is what we do. Rex gives my shoulder a firm pat to ease me up. Then the whole squad enters Spirit Merge, every single one of them with a bulk-class spirit weapon. What a shame, what a real shame. Rex looks at my dull, lifeless fire poker and tattered cape, shaking his head with pity. Just bad luck, I guess. I smile calmly as the group moves forward with care. Before long, a campfire flickers beneath a dune in the distance. From far away, it looks like a few fish heads, roasting something over the fire. They stand on spindly limbs, their entire bodies topped with fish heads as a torso. Fish people? In a desert? Rex spots the creature type instantly. Not many of them. Around a dozen sand fishmen. Rarity, E rank. Spirit rank, bronze tier 5. Description, fish type creatures that live in the desert. They breathe freely through sand and move through dunes as if swimming through water. Assassin type monsters that specialize in ambush. Remaining lifespan 500 years. The very first wave is already at bronze tier 5. This dungeon is no pushover. At the same time, Ark, the squad's ranged attacker, draws his bowstring. His spirit weapon, the Silver Moon Bow, auto-generates 2 split arrows after each shot. They only deal 30% of the main arrow's damage, but they auto-aim. 3 arrows rain down toward the sand fishmen, but they're incredibly alert. The moment the arrows fall, they dive straight into the dunes and vanish. Defense formation. Rex's spirit weapon is a massive iron shield. The moment he switches to defense mode, a honeycomb-shaped barrier snaps into place, wrapping around him, me, and Marco. Relax, I've got you. These monsters won't touch you. Rex is a Bronze Peak hunter, and his iron shield has matched him at Bronze Peak. His barrier is built to protect the clients. Meanwhile, the 4 hunters outside brace for action. Archer Ark, Lancer Zack, and Dual Blade Fighter Bull. Just then, the sand fishmen that dove underground burst up from the sand beneath their feet, fishbone blades driving straight for the hunters' chests. Rex's squad is already prepared. The moment the fishmen surface, they take heavy hits. Bull tries to hack off their limbs, hoping to set up a clean finishing kill for the clients, but no luck. Even without limbs, the sand fishmen, the moment they touch the dunes, sink right back into the sand. After several exchanges, even though every squad member is a bronze tier 9 hunter, not one monster has been captured. Instead, they keep getting ambushed by the fishmen, taking hit after hit. These things can't be set up for a kill feed, just finish them. Rex sees this isn't working. Reluctantly, he orders the squad to kill them outright. Kill feed is mercenary slang. It means disabling a monster and delivering it to the client for the final blow, so they can extract the mana crystals themselves. By dungeon rules, mana crystals can't be taken out of the dungeon and can't be transferred. Only the one who lands the killing blow can extract them. With the order given, the squad holds nothing back. The dozen-plus sandfish men are quickly wiped out. Sorry, these things are way too slippery. We only kept one alive. Who wants the kill? Marco, you take it. I step aside without hesitation. Marco is the actual client here. I'm just along for the ride. Don't mind if I do. Marco drives a fist down onto the fishman's head. His spirit weapon, Zara, takes the form of a pair of arm guards. Even though the fishman has already been run through by Zack's lance, battered and completely immobilized, Marco, at only bronze tier 2, still needs 4 or 5 punches before the fishman finally drops. But Marco's luck is incredible. From just one kill, he manages to extract 5 mana crystals. After a short rest, the group pushes deeper. As the squad advances, they run into 3 more waves of sand fishmen, each larger than the last, all handled by the squad. Marco and I each only land 5 kills. Marco's luck dries up completely. 5 kills, not a single crystal extracted. My results are a completely different story. 5 sand fishmen net me a solid 25 years of lifespan. And though no crystals drop during the extract, I get a F-rank combat skill book, Ghost Step. Tier 1. Enter a 3-second spirit form, during which you pass through ordinary physical objects. Cooldown, 20 seconds. It seems the heavens finally take pity on us. The squad's nightmare finally comes to an end. In a desolate, crumbling palace, a new type of monster waits. Finally, something other than those cursed fish people. Rex can't help but curse under his breath. Under the moonlight, a group of bandage-wrapped corpses shuffles through the ruins. At the center of the palace, a golden coffin floats eerily in midair. This has to be the dungeon's final floor. One look, and I already know. The creature sleeping inside that coffin is almost certainly the boss. Mummy. Rarity, F rank. Spirit rank, bronze tier 7. Description, slow moving, but a monster with extraordinarily high defense. The bandages wrapping its body are incredibly tough. Once caught, escape is nearly impossible. However, every time it wraps an enemy, the bandages covering its own body thin out, reducing its defense and significantly dropping its health. Remaining lifespan, 2,000 years. Everyone, stay away from the coffin. Handle the small ones first. Based on Rex's experience, getting too close to the coffin could wake whatever boss is sleeping inside. First priority, clear the mummies. Tough as they are, health and defense way above monsters of the same rank, they move like practice dummies. The one thing to watch, don't let the bandages wrap around you. With Rex's squad working together, one near-dead corpse after another gets dropped in front of Marco and me. Their bandages are all gone. Some have had their limbs cut off, completely unable to move. Ash, you take them. Marco generously steps aside. I don't argue. 2,000 years of lifespan per mummy. My eyes light up at the sight of them. Congratulations, player. Mummy eliminated. 20 years of lifespan gained. Watching the lifespan stack up, I couldn't hide that grin if I tried. The ruined palace is surrounded by over 100 mummies. Rex's squad grinds through the night, managing to clear just over 80 mummies before it becomes too much. We're done. We need to fall back. All supplies are completely exhausted. With no choice left, Rex calls the retreat. The group finds a dune and settles in for a short rest. Fortunately, mummies aren't just slow. They're not smart enough to follow. It's already past 4 in the morning. Rex, I think we should just kill the remaining mummies outright. I stare at the desert horizon, my expression grim. Everyone's out of supplies. At this rate, we might not finish before sunrise. And when that sun comes up, things get ugly fast. You're right, buddy. Rex fully agrees. Fighting in the heat doubles the difficulty. In a desert, once the temperature rises, it can kill you. While the squad recovers, I use life projection to strengthen myself. The run has been smooth so far, but the smoother things go, the more alert I need to stay. This 1,000 years of lifespan is critical. I have to use it well. Injecting 300 years of lifespan into talent, E-rank frenzy. Hard work pays off. Through your relentless effort, the talent has finally awakened. Blood-packed awakening. D-rank. Physical lifesteal, 7.5%. Attack speed, 40%. Movement speed, 40%. New effect. Attacks inflict a bleeding status lasting 10 seconds. Each stack deals 5% damage. Maximum 10 stacks. Player remaining lifespan, 727 years. Just going from E-rank to D-rank talent costs 300 years. The next step will cost far more, probably over 700. So I stop pushing the talent further and redirect the lifespan to combat skills that can advance more easily. Minus 182 years, Wind Step has advanced to C rank. Minus 54 years, Blood Pull has advanced to C rank. Minus 80 years, Charged Strike has advanced to C rank. Minus 101 years, Ghost Step has advanced to C rank. Player remaining lifespan, 310 years, 417 years spent. Every combat skill I know has been pushed to C rank. My overall power takes a massive leap, but what disappoints me is that none of them shot up to S rank like Plunder did. As for the mana crystals, I split 200 of them evenly between Luna and Nova. Congratulations, player. Your spirit weapons Luna and Nova have broken through to bronze tier 3. Even though the D-rank Knight Armor vastly outperforms the F-rank Silver Lance in raw stats, I keep the split completely equal. Rex's side rests for 30 minutes, then quickly clears the remaining mummies. Now the only thing left in dungeon is a coffin floating in midair. Zack, Bull, go check it out. Rex sends the two forward, advancing toward the coffin. Ark and the medic Leo stay back to provide support. As Zack and Bull close in step by step, the floating coffin suddenly snaps open. How is that possible? There's nothing inside! What nobody expects is that the coffin holds no sleeping boss monster. It's completely empty. Nothing at all. Then a spatial vortex appears, the sign of a cleared dungeon, and golden completion chests drop at everyone's feet. Did we just clear it? It's hard to believe, but the chests in the vortex are right there. Has to be a clear. But something feels off. I stay sharp. I reach into my spatial ring and pull out a plain bun, then toss it straight at the nearby spatial vortex. The bun makes contact, but instead of getting pulled in, it bounces straight back. This dungeon gate is fake. The real boss is hiding somewhere nearby, still very much alive. Thought this floor was hiding some terrifying boss. Turns out we just stumbled through it without even knowing. Missed out on the boss drop too. What a shame. With that, Rex's group moves to open their chests. Wait, something's off, be careful. My warning comes just a moment too late. Before the words even finish leaving my mouth, everyone else has already opened their chests. Empty. What is going on? Why are the completion chests empty too? Fine, no boss, but no chests either. Relax. The boss you're looking for is about to show up. I shrug helplessly. My 3 chests in front of me are the only ones still unopened. I don't know exactly what's happening yet, but I already know everyone except me has walked straight into the monster's trap. Rex looks completely clueless. No idea danger is right on top of them. While everyone's still trying to figure it out, the fake dungeon gate begins to move. Cracks spread across its surface, each one sounding like glass shattering under a heavy blow. Then, a warped, eerie voice rings out. You want to defeat me? Defeat yourselves first. From every crack in the gate, a clone of each squad member steps out, every spirit weapon perfectly replicated alongside them. Now I finally see the fake dungeon gate for what it really is. Mirror clone, rarity, B rank, spirit rank, silver tier 5. Description, a mirror with the power to clone. The moment you open its chest, your genetic sequence gets copied. Remaining lifespan, 15,000 years. Since I never opened my chest, there's no clone of me among them. Truly impossible to guard against. Heads up, get ready to fight. Rex immediately commands the squad. First, Rex has Arc pinned down Clone Rex. Arc fires his arrow rain skill. Clone Rex instantly shifts into defense mode, shielding the other clones from ranged attacks. Rex himself activates his taunt skill, forcing Clone Bull and Clone Zack to lock onto him. After drawing all the clone frontline onto himself, Bull and Zack slice in from the sides, taking out Clone Arc and Clone Leo. With no backline range damage or healing, the remaining clones are running on empty, easily mopped up by the 3 of them. As for Clone Marco, he gets wiped out by some unknown AoE from the squad. Once all the clones are down, everyone shifts to unleashing everything on the boss, hammering it hard. You want to defeat me? Defeat yourselves first. But after burning through only 1/3 of the boss's health, Mirror Clone shatters again, and summons every clone back from the spatial cracks. Is this boss ever going to stop? Captain, what do we do? What choice do we have? Run the same play again. With no better option, Rex's team drops the boss and goes back to the clones. The clones are dumb, but compared to the first round, the squad moves noticeably slower. Their stamina and spirit energy are both draining fast. Understandable given the circumstances. Once the clones are wiped again, everyone is completely spent. Supplies had run dry long before this. There's no way to recover. Hit it now, before this cursed boss summons them again. Through sheer effort, Mirror Clone's health finally drops to its last third, but in a gut punch moment, those clones appear again. You want to defeat me? Defeat yourselves first. No way. Again? At the sight of the clones returning, Rex's squad starts to crack. Their spirit energy is completely gone, no more combat skills to draw on. In this state, Leo can no longer provide any support to the team. He even breaks his spirit merge. The 2 of them pull crossbows from their spatial rings to assist from the rear. A full-strength squad with full spirit energy barely held their own against the clones, and now they're being pushed back hard with almost no way to fight back. But Rex's squad has incredible endurance. In the grinding back and forth with the clones, the moment even a tiny sliver of spirit energy returns, Rex seizes the opening, and takes out Clone Leo again with Bull and Zack. But eliminating the backline cost them dearly. Every squad member is beaten up, and Leo's spirit weapon, in human form, takes an arrow from Clone Arc right through the chest. Her life hangs by a thread. Damn it, I'm out of spirit energy. Watching his partner's life signs fade, Leo, the squad's healer, is helpless. All he can do is watch her slip away. A healer who can't save the person he loves most. Shattered by grief, Leo throws down his crossbow, draws a long blade from his spatial ring, and charges screaming at the clones. In that moment, the whole squad ignites. They throw themselves into an all-out, no-holds-barred fight. Rex's team pays with half their lives, but they bring down every last clone. Tragically, Leo, who charged in at the front, without his spirit merge armor, fighting with nothing but a plain blade against monsters at close range, at the very moment the last clone falls, Leo collapses heavily into a pool of blood. Move, focus fire. We have to take the boss down now, or none of us are making it out of here. No time to mourn. Rex immediately orders everyone to pour everything into the exposed boss. Marco, let's go. I'm worried that without the full squad, the damage won't be enough. So I pull Marco and charge forward. Charge strike. I pick my moment perfectly. The fully charged silver lance drives straight through the boss's mirror surface. Congratulations, player. Boss mirror clone eliminated. 15,000 years of lifespan gained. Player remaining lifespan, 15,310 years. Together, we pull off the kill. As the boss's life drains away, the shattered mirror shards scatter, blazing with brilliant light, and transform into a massive pile of mana crystals, over 100. Beyond that, there's a combat skill book wrapped in a pillar of golden light, along with various crafting materials. A boss like Mirror Clone, one that fights with both raw power and cunning, always drops generously when beaten. But standing over all these rewards, no one on the squad is smiling. Take them. Rex picks up the mana crystals from the ground, stone-faced, and sets every last one in front of Marco. No, I can't accept this. Consider these 100 crystals a parting gift for Leo's family. Rex pauses. He looks at Marco, then turns back to his grieving teammates. On behalf of Leo's family, thank you. Rex leads the entire squad in a bow to Marco. Their eyes say everything. With Mirror Clone finally defeated, the real dungeon gate appears before them all, together with golden completion chests. This dungeon was no joke, so the crystals inside won't disappoint. Dungeon cleared. Everyone releases their spirit merge and opens their chests. Completion chests scale with the number of people who cleared the dungeon, so 3 chests sit at my feet. Out of everyone here, I'm the only one who never released my spirit merge, and still hasn't opened a single chest. Something wrong, buddy? First time seeing something like this? Spooked you? Rex notices me standing still, and walks over to check on me. Behind him walks his spirit weapon, Sully. I nod slowly, as if turning something over in my mind.